Under the vast sky of the central continent, a rare atmosphere of tension and anticipation hung in the air. The world had changed dramatically in recent times, and Xiao Yan's ascension to the one-star Du-Sheng realm had stirred the balance of power across the continent. Yet even with strength that could shock nations, Xiao Yan was painfully aware of one truth. Alone, he could not challenge the Soul Hall. Their influence spread like a poisonous net across the Central Plains, and their masters were as unfathomable as they were ruthless. If he wished to rescue his father and eventually settle all past grudges, he needed more than talent. He needed allies. After countless journeys, negotiations, and battles, the day of gathering had finally arrived. The meeting of the four major forces, an event of unprecedented scale, was about to begin. In the depths of Starfall Pavilion's mountains, the sky was exceptionally clear, as if fortune itself was watching. Elder Lin of the Little Pill Tower arrived first, leading a group of powerful alchemists whose mere presence uplifted the spiritual aura of their surroundings. Soon after, the fiery pulse of Burning Flame Valley surged into view. Old ancestor Huoyun descended like a blazing comet, bringing with him Tang Zhen and Tang Huer, each radiating scorching energy that ignited the atmosphere. Not long after, an aura filled with floral fragrance swept over the mountain. The flower sect had arrived. Bathed in soft yet majestic brilliance stood Qing Xianzi, the incomparable beauty whose name echoed throughout the continent. Behind her were Yun Yun and Nalan Yanran, two figures whose fates had long been intertwined with Xiao Yan's path. Their arrival symbolized reconciliation, and more importantly, the willingness to stand together in the face of a greater enemy. With the appearance of these three forces, the once quiet Starfall Pavilion now brimmed with unparalleled momentum. A single glance was enough to understand that with these four forces united, their combined strength could rival any power beneath the heavens, even faintly overshadowing the Soul Hall itself. But the meeting brought more than strategic cooperation. When Xuan Yi of the Pill Tower stepped into the hall, a storm of emotion surged beneath the calm exterior of the gathering. Xuan Yi, one of the three giants of the Pill Tower, carried herself with the effortless confidence of someone used to standing at the pinnacle. Yet when her eyes fell upon Qing Xianzi, the air seemed to freeze. The two women, both legendary in their own right, both former flames of Yao Lao, now stood under the same roof once more. It was said that time heals all wounds, but the subtle glimmer in their eyes suggested otherwise. As Yao Lao stepped forward to greet Qing Xianzi, a familiar softness flashed in her gaze, only to be immediately noticed by Xuan Yi. A moment later, jealousy bloomed like frost beneath her serene smile. Even without words, the tension was unmistakable. Between past love, lingering feelings, and unresolved emotions, the reunion of these three was destined to be stormy. Yet despite this complicated entanglement, both Xuan Yi and Qing Xianzi had come for the same purpose: to stand with Yao Lao and Xiao Yan against the darkness spreading from the Soul Hall. Personal matters could wait. The future of the continent could not. Inside the Grand Hall, everyone finally took their seats. Representatives from each major force quietly observed Xiao Yan, who stood at the center like the blazing sun he had long since become. His presence was no longer that of the struggling youth from Wutan City. Instead, he exuded the astonishing vigor of a rising sovereign, one whose every step changed the course of nations. With a steady voice, Xiao Yan began expressing his vision. He explained that their alliance would not be one where a single power ruled over the others. Instead, each faction would have an equal voice. Decisions would be determined by collective vote, ensuring fairness and unity. It was a system built not on dominance but on trust, a rare and precious foundation in a world where strength often determined everything. When it came time to choose a name, Elder Lin casually suggested calling it the Azure Sky Alliance, but Xiao Yan swiftly shook his head. His voice, filled with conviction, proposed a different name: the Heavenly Mansion Alliance. The moment the words left his lips, the room fell silent. Then, one by one, the leaders nodded in approval. The name carried profound weight, symbolizing not only power, but the ambition to rise above all obstacles and reclaim peace for the continent. With that, the Heavenly Mansion Alliance was officially born, destined to be remembered as one of the most formidable forces in the history of the Du-Qi continent. Preparations for the public announcement were set for the following day. That night, the leaders gathered to celebrate. Fine wine flowed, laughter echoed through the hall, and for a moment, everyone allowed themselves to breathe freely. After years of struggle and betrayal, they finally had hope. Hope for victory, hope for unity, hope for a future unshackled from the Soul Hall's tyranny. But peace rarely lasted long in these chaotic times. Just as Xiao Yan raised his cup, a chilling aura swept behind him. Space rippled, and a shadowy figure emerged. The air instantly grew heavy, the joyous atmosphere evaporating. Every expert in the room tensed. The figure was none other than the Vice Hall Master of the Soul Hall. However, something was off. His presence felt hollow, faintly distorted. Even so, his words were laced with poisonous arrogance. He mocked their alliance, attempting to intimidate them, declaring that the Soul Hall would never tolerate such defiance. He even attempted to use Xiao Yan's father, as leverage, trying to pierce into Xiao Yan's heart. But this time, Xiao Yan didn't waver. He didn't rage, he didn't break. His calm gaze alone was enough to shake the Vice Hall Master's confidence. With a single palm infused with majestic Du Qi, Xiao Yan struck. The figure of the Vice Hall Master shattered instantly like brittle glass, revealing itself to be nothing more than a projection, a cowardly illusion sent by a man too afraid to show his true form. Even among all present, no one was surprised. The Vice Hall Master dared not come personally, not when Xiao Yan's strength was rising at an alarming pace, not when the four great forces had united, and not when even a careless misstep could cost him his life. The hall grew silent as the remnants of the illusion faded. The Alliance members exchanged looks, not of fear, but of determination. If the Soul Hall wished to test their resolve, then so be it. The Heavenly Mansion Alliance was born from fire and hardship, and it would only grow stronger. And as Xiao Yan stood beneath the night sky, his eyes reflected a blazing brilliance. Whether the Vice Hall Master, the Soul Hall, or even the peak forces hidden beyond the continent, he would face them all. For his master, for his family, for every person he wished to protect. The true war was only beginning. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the latest developments of Battle Through the Heavens, don't forget to leave your thoughts below. Who are you supporting in this looming clash? And what do you think about the birth of the Heavenly Mansion Alliance? Your support keeps these narrations going, so make sure to like the video and subscribe for more long-form breakdowns of your favorite Donghua moments. Stay tuned, because the storm between Xiao Yan and the Soul Hall is far from over. See you in the next one.